Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to start a new project. For this project, we are going to work on a project that uses positive and negative space. So first, let's think about what is positive and negative space. The simplest way to put it is positive space is the area of a picture that is the subject or the main focus of the picture. And the negative space is the area around that subject or the main focus of the picture. So let's check out a couple examples. Here's some pictures by a famous artist named M.C. Escher. M.C. Escher used positive and negative space a lot in his pictures and would use black and white a lot. And he would create these very detailed pictures where it would almost trick your eye as to what you were supposed to be looking at. Are you supposed to be looking at the black shapes or the white shapes? The fish, the birds, what is he focusing on? So M.C. Escher used positive and negative space to his advantage to create really detailed works of art. For our project, we are not going to be creating something as detailed as M.C. Escher's. It's going to look a little bit more like this. It's going to be a little bit simpler, but it's still going to have those black and white positive and negative spaces that'll make our picture look really interesting. So to create our positive and negative picture, we're going to need just a couple supplies today. So you're going to need a ruler. If you don't have a ruler at home, it's fine. You could use anything that has a straight edge as your ruler. You're going to need a piece of white paper. If you don't have a piece of blank white paper, you could use a piece of white paper with lines. That will work too. You're going to need a pencil, and you are going to need a black crayon. So paper, ruler or straight edge, pencil, and crayon. That's what you're going to need for today. So we're going to create a positive and negative picture of a flowers in a vase, just like that last picture I showed you after the M.C. Escher pictures. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to first start with our paper, using it portrait style, up and down, long ways like this. Inside of it, you are going to draw a square. So this is where you're going to need your ruler. Almost like a picture frame around the outside of your paper. So it doesn't have to be totally perfect. Just do the best you can. It doesn't matter how far or how close from the edge it is. Just try to make your lines as straight as you can. If they're not totally straight, like I know that line I just made is not totally straight. It actually kind of looks cool if it's not totally perfect. So don't worry about it being totally perfect. Just do the best you can. And you're going to draw your square, or your rectangle actually, around the outside of your paper. You might need to go back and fix some parts and even erase some parts. All right? So now you have your rectangle around the outside of your paper. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler, and across the middle of your paper, you are going to draw a straight line. And this is going to separate your the top of your rectangle from the bottom of your rectangle. So draw a line across the middle of your rectangle. Again, it doesn't have to be totally in the middle. It could be, as long as it's somewhere around the middle, it'll work. After that, you are going to use your pencil, and you're going to draw the shape of a vase on the bottom. So a vase is where you would keep water to keep flowers alive or keep them from wilting. I'm sure some of you guys have them at your house, or you've seen them before somewhere. And vases have great organic curvy lines. So you draw these nice curvy lines. I need to fix a little bit of it. And then don't be afraid to erase. So you can draw a vase shape. Again, yours does not have to look exactly like this. As long as it's something shaped similar to a vase, it'll work. Above that line, above your vase, you're going to draw some flowers. You could draw one flower, or you could draw as many flowers as you want. I wouldn't draw too many, because the more you draw, the harder it's going to be to do the last step of coloring it in. So I'm going to only do one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my flower nice and big like this. So I'm going to draw it wide. So that way you could really see all of my details on it. Don't draw your flower too little and skinny, because then when you go to color it, you won't be able to outline it as well. So there is my flower. So I drew my vase, I drew my flower. Actually, you know what? I want to add a leaf to my flower. Here's a nice leaf. So that is the first step. So the first step is you're going to draw your rectangle. Then you're going to draw a line to cut it in half. Draw your vase below it and your flower above it. All right? After that, what we're going to do is we're going to take our black crayon. And with our black crayon, we are going to start by outlining around the outside of our flower. So you're going to go around the whole outside of your flower with the black crayon. After you've finished tracing around the outside of your flower, what you're going to do is you're going to take your black crayon and you're going to color the whole inside of that rectangle black. So all inside this rectangle, with the exception of your flower, is going to get colored in black. Next, we're going to move on to the vase. What you're going to do is trace around the outside of the vase with your black crayon. And then you're going to take that crayon and you're going to color everything inside of your vase black. So you're going to color the inside of the vase black and you're going to leave the outside around the vase white. All right, and for our final step, we're going to finish the outside, the frame of our positive and negative flower. So what you do is just draw a little straight line going across on both sides, right from where you drew your line across originally. And then you're going to trace around the outside of that square now. It actually is more of a square than a rectangle. And what you're going to do after that is color the entire border, the outside, all in black. Here's a look at my finished copy. Remember, guys, take your time, be creative, and I can't wait to see what you guys create.